Hi, my name is Mariah Miller. I am a board certified coach, and I am also a human design teacher and practitioner. And last week we had a chart review call where there were a lot of people that had sent in their questions. And I mentioned there's so much shifting going on in this world right now. And the questions really reflected that. We had so many questions that we didn't get to all of them. Last week we had this question from Linda. Actually, Linda, you sent in a number of questions, all great questions, but let's start with this one. And then hopefully we'll get to your other questions some other time. And I know of Linda that Linda used to be a manager and an engineer, and she is now a business consultant, a business coach, working with small businesses and really wanting to expand the services that she's giving. And Linda, you're asking, how do you see this and my past role in my chart? And that's a great question. And I love when we have these questions that are about career, because career are such an important way for us in how we express ourselves in the world, our work and our career. So let's take a look at your chart. And the first thing that we see is how incredibly colored in, how full this chart is. There's a lot going on. And as you know, whatever's colored in the chart, that's what you can consistently rely on. And what is not colored in or undefined or open is what you are drawing in from the outside. This is what you're learning your life lessons through. This is your wisdom that evolves over time. And when you have a full chart like you do, there's a lot going on. So it does mean that, especially in your past career, I think that you probably will have felt very confined, because this is a chart of someone who really just needs a lot of freedom, and being able to do her own thing. You have a chart of someone who is very busy, always busy making things happen, busy implementing things. That's definitely something where I can see the manager coming out, someone who's really good at implementing the vision of the company. And what's interesting when I look at your chart too is when you are around other people, meaning if you are in a company and you're managing a group of people, there are other things that are being pulled out of you than you would be by yourself. Okay. Now, many of us have that. However, with your chart in particular, what is being brought out is this ability to create commitment from the group. So you're having your group, your team, that you can really move forward, implementing that vision, the new things that you're bringing in or that your company is bringing into the world, but also the record keeper. You're the one who kept track of even maybe timesheets, keeping track of the process, keeping track of how things have been going, so that you have a way to look back and say, okay, this is the progress that we've made. So that is what I see your work in your past career will have been. Now, currently, you have this same ability to really create a team or a team effort and drive the teams that you're working with. But you're really good at working with many different teams. You shouldn't have just one team that you're working with as a business consultant or a business coach, working with many different small businesses where you can go in, do your magic, and then go back out. You're in reorganizing everything, seeing where everything needs to go, being able to energize them, bring that commitment, bring that beautiful sense of making everybody feel like they're part of the family, and then go back out. Because for someone like you have a lot of different components that each individually have their information, and that needs to be brought together, which helps when you're around other people. But you, as I mentioned, you need a lot of freedom. Freedom is so important to you. You really need to take a time to be by yourself, recharge, and figure out what it is that you're working for. What is the good for the whole, basically. So I know, sorry, I know this was a very brief, like deep dive in, and then pulling back out. There's so much information in a chart when we're really looking at, well, what is it that you're here to do? Who are you here to be? What is it that you're here to learn from or learn through? All of that is in a chart, but it takes a lot more time than just these few minute little kind of touch ins. I hope this was helpful though, and I look forward to seeing you all with our next Human Design Mini. Keep sending those questions, they're great. Take care.